Beautiful stuff. Thank you. Thank you for leading us in with music. You know, music is the greatest of all communicators. It transcends the mind and its need for words. Music says things to the heart that we need to be open to. And it can lead us just as quickly and probably more beautifully to the reality of our divinity. So, is there anyone here from another unity? Anyone here for the first time? Leave your hands up high. We have a gift for you. So we have some people come on down and give them this gift. We appreciate having you with us. And the reason why we give you that gift is we want you to return next Sunday. Stay with us, because what we are sharing here is life-enhancing, life-transforming peace. All right, you have an opportunity to listen to and tune into that reality, the insight of your own ability to tune into God within you, Christ within, that divine nature in which we were all created. And Cintisha, who is speaking next, is going to help you do that. Look forward to it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Shadle. I'm the administrator here at Unity of Boulder. If you ever have any questions about anything going on in this building, you always come find me. I also deal with renting out the space here. So if you have any parties or meetings or anything you want to have, any room in this building, just call the building and ask for Mike, and I'll set you up. I'd like to say welcome to everyone who's joining us here in person and those of us who are joining us online. And I'd like to start today by inviting everyone to get more involved in our spiritual community here at Unity of Boulder. And we have some really fun opportunities where you can have an impact helping our spiritual center thrive. And they're also about meeting other people here at Unity of Boulder, so it's really community building. You'll see that we've got pass-around sign-up sheets for all these different clubs that you can join. So please sign those up. If you have questions about any of them, talk to any of us in the bookstore or give us a call. If you're on our email list, you will see emails about all these things going on when we're having events for these clubs. Today you're going to see our entertainment club, and that's our drop-in choir group. The only commitment for each Sunday is you would show up here at 10 a.m. Before our 11 a.m. service. That's all the practice that's required, and this is only our second week doing it, and you will see how much it's grown since last week and how much fun people have doing it, so check it out. All you have to do is answer one of the emails, and then you'll receive a link to that week's song so that you can learn it and you'll get the music for it. So check out your handouts for all the different clubs that we're offering right now. Thank you. Oh, one other thing. We've been working on a dignity drive, creating survival kit backpacks for the homeless around the area, and our goal is to hit 50. We're at 27 right now. If you have any questions about the Dignity Drive, please see Heather or read the poster in the lobby. We're going to do it till June 1st, and we really want to try and hit 50 backpacks. So, all right, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity. This is the time in our service where it's a call to prayer. And we invite you to take a sheet that's in the pew in front of you, and you can write a name down of somebody that might be facing a challenge right now, and you're always welcome to write your own name down on that piece of paper. We don't have to write what the issue is because we know Spirit already knows what we need before we ask. It's really aligning ourselves with knowing the power that's within us to heal ourselves and others. So we're going to have Steve walk down. He's the head of our prayer partners, and he'll collect those names. And they'll be prayed over in our prayer box over here for 30 days in-house, and then they'll be sent to Unity Village to Silent Unity, and they'll be prayed over for another 30 days. So we want to bring healing to everybody's lives. And sing this song. They say to sing is to pray twice. And so we're calling Spirit to move in and through us, through our voices. Here we go. You are the air I breathe. You are the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you. Now you know it. Join us and sing. Here we go. You are the air I breathe. You are the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. And I'm grateful for you. And I'm grateful for you. So grateful. All right, beautiful singing. All right, we're going to invite our entertainment club up to lead some music, and we're going to ask the rest of you to stand up and let's get into the spirit of the source within all of us. Open my eyes, O divine one. Open the eyes of my heart. So it is.
Amazing.
All right,
Thank
now we
you.
have the opportunity to hear an incredible band today, our special music of the day. Let's have a warm welcome for our in-house Raven Wolf.
Thank you.
I brought a couple extra strings, and Jack is chagrined, to say the least.
Jack wins.
It's got more than my usual. He lets me have 4 strings usually, but I brought 12. Ah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I knew it. I thought by doing this early you wouldn't notice, but... I've seen love go by my door. It's never been this close before. Never been so easy or so slow. Been shifting in the dark too long. Something's not right, it's wrong. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Dragging clouds so high above. I've only known careless love. It's always hit me from below. But this time round it's more correct. Right on target, so direct. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Purple clover, queen and lace, crimson hair across your face. You can make me cry if you don't know. Can't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling me too much love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Curtains on the hillside moving crazy. Crickets talking back and forth in rise. Blue river running slow and lazy. I could stay with you forever. Never realized the time. Situations have ended sad. Relationships have all been bad. Might have been like Verlaine's and Rambo. But there's no way I can compare all those scenes to this lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing, staying far behind without you. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm saying. You're gonna make me see myself for good talking to you. I look for you in old Honolulu, San Francisco and Ashtabula. You're gonna have to leave me now, I know. But I'll see you in the skies above, the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are so blessed to have you guys. Oh my gosh, are you amazing. Wait till you hear the song I'm going to sing at the offering. So much to look forward to. We are so blessed with so much talent in this congregation, and that's why we're trying to give you more opportunities to be able to sing with us and get up here and enjoy that blessing when God gave you a beautiful voice or an even average voice. You can bring them together and they become beautiful when they're put with other voices. So join us for that entertainment team. So today it's a talk 2 from last week, the silent language that holds the power to transform and heal. There's a language that's soft and repetitive that can change your vibration and transform unwanted patterns. There is an interpretation in you that reflects your core beliefs and emotional states that still sometimes feel guilty and inadequate. But there's a divine plan for your life that is unfolding before your eyes, where trust is the key to progress to arrive. Don't push the river. Don't try to hold it back. It won't do you any good. The divine mind is at work in your mind right here and right now. And this you must learn to trust. So I wrote this talk series. This is just going to be the second talk of a talk last week that I felt I didn't get to continue and finish. And it started from me looking back and reflecting over the last year, and a New Year's resolution that I had made in January of 2023, where I had agreed to saying yes to every project that landed on my lap. And regardless if it fit into exactly what I do here at Unity or exactly what I do with my children, and maybe sign up to volunteer in schools, which I've never had the chance to do, and just really wanting to step into what it is that God wants me to do in this world. What is the divine plan for me? Because I have had a career that's been in the shadow of my parents my whole life. All my brothers, in a way, have had that too. And I needed to make sure, even though I've had the divine calling to work for the Spirit of truth, for Source, for God, is it supposed to be in the way that I'm doing it? Because I had to find my identity in it. And I was finding that I was pushing up against things that didn't feel exactly reflective of my inner journey. So I had to go within. And I was willing to tell Source, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to face the fears and the inadequacies and the insecurities that have kept me living in this shadow. Because I am willing to face them now. As much as it intimidated me, as much as it was like, I'm too old for this, you know what I mean? I know that it's our lack and limitation that keeps us from the unfoldment of the divine plan of our life. And I can tell you there's been many times that I've looked back on that New Year's resolution and said, what was I thinking? What the heck was I thinking? Because it just like everything landed in my lap. Awesome opportunities, really not great opportunities, really like healing situations with friendships, things that were not healing about friendships. It was, and every time I felt like I was like coming out from drowning, I was like handed 10 more things to like face. And it's been that way for the duration till last July, when I was in a state of overwhelm, and then that quadrupled. And then from July till now, it's been a blur. And something happened this week. Because the whole time I was walking through this place in me that was not healed. These places where I was afraid that I was not enough. That I wasn't, I wasn't going to be able to take on to the next levels. What I was knowing was being called, but the little girl in me was pulling her back, going, no, I don't know about that. I don't know. And I was walking through like the darkness in a way, and very isolated. I was not out in the world. It really brought me into an internal world where I was staying in self a lot with God. Because I couldn't be out, I couldn't explain, I couldn't articulate what I was in. I was being called to this time of a firmament of spirit in my soul. And I lost a lot of people in my life because I could not bring them along with me. Because there was a bigger picture for where I was heading. And the whole time I didn't know where I was landing, and I wasn't even getting divine messages that anything was landing, and that this was finally what it was that I was doing this for. So I was doing it in this place of trust and faith that at some point I'm going to get the dawn of the light of the why. I entered this project, this inner turmoil, this inner experience, and there were so few cues of encouragement. Maybe my parents would encourage me. My husband would say, you don't have to keep doing this. And sometimes I have this like fight in me that was like, when people say I don't have to do it, ooh, I want to tackle it. Right? It would almost inspire me to keep diving in, stepping in blindly. But having enough encouragement to keep going. And then on Thursday, every one of those projects came into full circle. I literally sat in my office and was just opening emails, and everything was laid out. I don't know astrologically what Thursday was. You might know. I have no idea. But it's over. The challenge is over. And I cannot tell you the freedom that I'm experiencing on this side. But to understand that if we know that what we think and we feel and we say about ourselves is what we create in our world. But it's those other things that tug at us that are kind of silently saying things that are not good, that keep us kind of in a sort of Groundhog's Day. It's almost an unconscious or a subconscious. But when you're not hiding from self by being in the world and being around people and staying in the noise so that we can't hear the heartbeat of ourselves, we can't really tackle the overcoming so that we can be freed and be given the wings that we were put here to have in the first place, which we always had. I always had those wings. But it was me that was keeping myself from holding them and flying, right? So I thought of this quote that I shared a couple weeks ago, but I just love it. And it's by Myrtle Fillmore, who is the co-founder of Unity, the Unity movement. Surely you don't want to stay in the same rut always. Aren't you willing to let the Spirit of God in you draw you out in different phases of expression and development? You have accustomed yourself to certain ways and acts and returns, and you don't want to be shaken out of these habits. But it would appear that Spirit has taken a hand and is insisting that you look a little deeper into the storehouse of mind and substance and love, and launch out in a different course of action and service and growth. Consider honestly and impersonally just what there is greatest need of, where you are or elsewhere, and then ask the Source Spirit to help you to get into that line of expression and service. Give thanks that Spirit is growing and prospering you and providing for your needs. the ones you didn't know you needed. Prospering you to the ones you didn't even know you needed. And that was the experience. I knew something was holding me back, but I couldn't identify really. I just could feel a divine urge to do something different than what I had already been doing. It wasn't clear. It wasn't, this is exactly what you need to do this process. It was just a longing for a life I've never had, for an expression that I've never been able to express, for an unfoldment of the good that I truly know I am, but for it to move into the cells of my soul and being. So often we go into these journeys and we start to have revelations, like when I teach classes here. And I usually have like things that I don't teach in the services. It's more for this to be a really one-on-one moment for you to take to task what you're harboring, who you're not forgiving, things of this nature. And they'll take the class and they'll get these tools to start working in the energetic fields of other people, and they realize how much power they have to shift discord with others. And that's a big part of awakening, is to be able to shift our energy towards a person and shift the vibrational energy of another without having to speak badly anymore, even if they wronged you. Right? And then they have an overcoming and a healing, and something happens, and the workplace is healed, or they leave their work and they go to the perfect job, or they leave the relationship that's burning them out and they find that perfect love. And then they go and they hang out with their friends, and they tell them about all the things that they've been doing. I've been taking this class, and I'm learning these tools, and because everybody's, kind of seeing a little difference in them, and so they start bringing everybody with them. And this is such a beautiful quality that we have. We want to teach others about something we still don't even completely understand. And so we water down this direct connection we have with Source, with God, right? And so this is an important part. It's not to be selfish and to learn all this wisdom on our own, but give yourself a year. Really take it into your being. Let your soul come forward and show you what you chose in your karmic contract before you came here, for you to understand why you've missed the mark so much in this lifetime, why relationships have been a Groundhog's Day, or a work thing's been a Groundhog's Day. There's been something in your life that's had cycle after cycle that keeps teaching you the same message, but you keep not learning it and repeating it because something you're harboring inside is creating things outside of you that keep bringing this turmoil to your life. So when you get in the silence, you can identify the cause. Not necessarily the person that made that cause or that break or that brokenness, because that's not important. It's the part of identifying where that lands in your soul, in your being, and how you're expressing it out to keep coming up short in the mirror, in the reflection of yourself. So that's a part of why we can't bring people along right away. That's why it's so important to be in a spiritual community, so you're with other people doing it. You both have something to share. You both have something to add. You both have an interaction with each other that is in the same wavelength, right? So that it's not taking someone from all the way over here to here, because they're going to find their path, because they also have Source at the core of their nature too. And when it's time for them, they will step in as well. So in the book, The Wisdom of Counsel by Sarah Landon, it says, all of you desire deeply to be in service. It is not an expectation, but you are at levels of consciousness where you deeply desire to contribute, to serve, to make a difference, to make it better, to make it easier. Most of you even hold the vision of contributing to the great awakening of humanity. You all want to serve in positively contributing to raising the vibration of the planet, to raising the consciousness level of the planet. You know what's coming though, right? To do that, you have to raise your own consciousness. That's the only way. If you want to raise the energy to access new earth or to access the great awakening, you have to raise your own energy. To positively contribute to raising the consciousness level on the planet, you have to raise your own. That is the greatest way to serve. That is the greatest way you contribute. And so we come to understand, even though we are finding greater and greater peace and flow in the journey of heightening consciousness, and we think to ourselves, I think this would really help Johnny right now, who is struggling with low self-esteem, or this could really help my relationship with my sibling that can't seem to put one foot in front of the other. The tendency to want to bring everyone with us on the journey of awakening is that we water our spiritual focus down. The only way to bring those along the journey with us is letting our light so shine. Letting our light so shine. Where's that from? Who said that? No. Jesus said that. Daniel. Marianne Williams. I am totally messing with it. This is one of my best buddies over here, but nope. Actually, nope. In the same way, somebody came before Marianne Williamson. Can you believe it? Matthew 5:16, in the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. And what does that mean for us who are working on the heaven in the very midst of us? And we're not really working towards a Father that's separate from us. How does unity interpret this? So we look at metaphysically what Father means. Father, when we are quickened in spiritual understanding, we experience a renewal of mind and a transformation of body. The mortal becomes immortal. The corruptible becomes incorruptible. It is the resurrection into eternal life. So they're witnessing the resurrection in you, because you're just sharing this light. And all that's going to do is have them start to study and do the work and find their path, because all roads that lead to God are good. They don't have to go to Unity to be your friends. All roads that lead to God are good. What matters, it your faith or mine? All center on the gold, divine plan for all of us. Right? So they will see a light, and just by your saying, I'm spending a lot more time reflecting, being with self, revealing self, to find this eternal life and grow and connect with the part of us that never dies. The soul that never dies and moves on, and we get to access the memories of the other lifetimes and all the things, so we don't have to keep relearning in the pain body. We can relearn by remembering. You know that karma, Edgar Cayce says the definition of karma is memory. It's unconscious memory. So it's memory that's somewhere in our being that is speaking through our life silently and bringing stuff back to us that might not be too great. Because it might be from some memory of us doing something in another lifetime, but it's not directly given to you by God as some sort of punishment. It's a punishment from ourselves. Everything is. It all comes from here. Who believes in what I'm saying right now? Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. Proud of that. So, it's not to leave people behind. We can't even really know what our true spiritual friend tribe is until we awaken. You're going to meet a new tribe probably, and you might meet them right here. That's why we're trying to bring so many more fun things to do together, so you can find your soul sisters, your soul brothers, your family of choice spiritually, right? So your light demonstrates your good deeds by the renewal of your own mind, and may attract others to seek this heightening of consciousness within themselves. As we begin to build a healthier version of ourselves and recognize our value, We begin to not be so tolerable of those who mistreated us or diminished our worth. Being in our energy is a privilege, not a right. You might want to repeat that to yourself on the daily. Being in my energy is a privilege, not a right. Your needs, your preferences, your wishes, and your desires are what make you, you. And I understand, as a mother of 100 years at this point, you learn to be very selfless. They come before you. And now I'm starting to see that phase is starting to end, right? I have my second child graduating from high school in 2 weeks, and my next one will be in 2 years. And I decided I was going to do this big deep dive a year ago because I didn't want to wait till they were gone to have to go there. I wanted to be in the like in the connection and the safety of being in the space of this wholeness I feel in family, so that I'm ready to step into my life and have it abundantly when they leave, so I'm not completely beside myself, which I'm sure I will be beside myself, but I'm stepping in to make some plans here to not be completely blindsided by an empty household. I am going to be the person with like 5,000 dogs, and I'm okay with it. My husband's not so much, but okay. So the more you value yourself, the healthier your boundaries are. If we are accustomed to having codependency, good girl, boy, or people-pleasing patterns, our immediate response is always yes, 150% of the time. So I'm going to give you an exercise right here to stop that pattern and gives you the pause you need to ascertain what feels expansive and good for you. And you're welcome to take pictures of PowerPoints. I think this is a helpful one right here. Spend some time contemplating on the following questions. In what ways, areas, relationships am I giving my power away? What am I tolerating that doesn't feel good to me any longer? In what ways was I rewarded for not having boundaries as a child? In which current situations, relationships, do I have an opportunity to start building my boundary muscles? I'm coming back to boundaries right now because this is the thing that I learned the most in my deep dive inside. It revealed to me my need to be liked and loved by everybody. And I've spent my whole adult life exhausted and like a sense of burnt out all the time. And working with boundaries, which I'm going to talk about them, because it's not shoving everybody out of your life. Like I don't want to encourage that at all. I want you to invite people into your life because community is so important. But to have discernment of the vibration that you carry and doesn't match the vibration that you're in. So we feed each other. Feeding each other. So when we have that friend, which many of us probably have a friend that's going through a crisis right now or something that's going on, and they call us and we have these long 2-hour phone calls about the same thing over again, and this divorce has been going on for 2 years and it's still the same exact problem, and this person's not taking any responsibility for their part in it. You know, that person that just can't, you give them the insights, you give them some wisdom, but every time it's like you're having the same exact phone call over again. Sometimes we have to let people be with spirit. Right? There's just a certain point where we have to realize, I am not seeing the potential in this human being. I'm not fueling the God potential in this soul. And that may not be found unless this person takes some time with self to recognize that they're still lovable even though they're going through a divorce. The deepest insights come from the silence. This is why meditation is just imperative to a daily life if we're seeking to unfold to that which we were put here to do and be. Prayer, affirming our goodness, affirming. It's in the affirmment, like we say what it is that we're claiming that I am so grateful, God, that beautiful human beings are coming to my life and I'm finding my sisters on this path that I can share this with. Or I'm so grateful, God, that I'm going to find my soulmate that matches this kindness and this goodness that I give so that it finally reflects what I've always given, and I don't want to learn the lesson the wrong way anymore. I got it. It's clear. I was codependent. I'm not anymore. Right? It's changing the patterns. So here are a couple affirmations for us to step into our power so that we can discern when we need to make a boundary or not. And boundary isn't to shove the person out. It's making clarity of the equalness here. That somebody doesn't take more than what they're giving. It's not equality, right? Boundary sounds so intense. But really, it's just, we're just trying to get just as much as we're giving in that relationship, which seems very simple, but it's actually not as simple as you think. Affirmations: I call my power back to me. I call my energy back to me. I call my magic back to me. I am cleansed and disconnected from anything that may drain me. I am shielded from any energy that does not serve me. I am safe. I am protected. I am whole. And so it is. This is the way where we retrain our brain to quit talking and telling the story of brokenness, to quit reviewing the past where everything went wrong. Because if we keep going there, we're just going to keep recreating something outside to keep showing us that we're not good enough. And if that's happening to you, then you know you're harboring something. And so we affirm our good. I affirm my power back. I no longer give it to this person that hurt me or destroyed me in a relationship. I no longer look upon that story. That's the past. So I claim my power back. You know, some people, well, Felicia, for instance, I used to go to her. She'd cut cords. You can cut cords between people that you're no longer with because you don't realize there's usually a life force that's still connecting you to people that you were with before that really, really hurts you. And you can physically feel it hurt when the cord is cut. Do you want to say anything about cord cutting? She's like, way to put me on the spot. It was amazing and very helpful for different times in my life. So the truth is, your life will really change when you realize that some people are gone and they aren't coming back. Stop trying to breathe life into something that left years ago. Some people are in your life forever, but most people are only passing through. That chapter is the past. So instead of reading the same chapter over and over again, it's time to make space for people who actually deserve your time and attention, and who are presently here with you right now. I had a revelation this last week. I had to call my mom about it on Friday because as a kid, observing my parents in ministry, I just thought, you know, they were very stoic. They did their job and then they left here. Like they knew how to do what they did and they did it their way. And as a Libra, I felt that there could be a lot more human interaction and really enjoying the people of the congregation. And so I established a practice of being available to everybody. And so people could just drop in and they could get counseled and they could have a friendship and they could get a lunch and they could be, and I created a culture in my world that I had established absolutely no boundaries and didn't know how to say no when people were asking things of me. And I had a dream about my dad talking to me the other night that just brought so much clarity to me. Something that he always said, something about attaining enlightenment. The ones that attain enlightenment as monks that go up to the Himalayas and pray their entire lives have nothing on the people that attain life, like awakening and enlightenment through the hardship, through the marriage, through the children, through the life, by the stepping in. Like we are the brave ones. We are the ones that have actually stepped out. And he'd make that very clear. Very much understand that, because people are going to come in and say, well, I was a monk in the mountains. Who cares? What did they face? Who is it peaceful in that place? I could go there right now. And he's repeating this over and over in my dream. And I wake up and I was like, yes, yes. And then my mom, all my life, you're just too accessible. You're just too friendly. You know, there was always this affirmation, and I resented her for it. And I got this aha. They have been right the entire time. Like, they went into this ministry and like did it, and then nobody taught them that. They're just cold people. So they knew how to have a boundary without setting a boundary. And here I thought I could do it better. And man, have I paid for that. Isn't that interesting? Because a lot of times we end up, when we're going through these revelations, we find place to blame our parents. And I've had the exact opposite happen. It's like, maybe I should have listened to them. Maybe I should have been rebelling against everything they ever shared with me. Because everything was just like, we're so different. But it took me this long, to get it. They had a divine understanding that I couldn't get till I got to this place in my journey. So I want to take you into meditation, and we'll just get in the silence and act like monks up in the Himalayas. So let's just get our feet flat on the floor and get comfortable. But those pews are not the greatest for meditating. It's best to kind of sit up and not let the back support your body, because then we get into an active current from Father Sky, moving the energy down through our bodies and through all of our organs and down through our feet, energetically down into the Mother Earth, until another energy twists and comes up, and we're just really connecting the masculine and the feminine energies through our bodies. So let's just notice the presence of your own body in whatever position, and also notice the breath moving by itself, unaided. The senses also functioning by themselves. No one is taking care of them. Open. Any sensation may appear arises in pure awareness. It's perceived without any effort, allowing all sensations, whether it is thoughts, feelings that arise by themselves. Nothing to do, only effortless noticing. You are aware of memory. You are not memory. Being aware of tendencies, you are not tendencies. You are neither subtle or outward generated. How will you know yourself? Being aware of all movement. You are not that movement. Being aware of thought. You are not thought. Any intention in mind is simply noticed. There is no need to identify with any moment. Notice there is no next here, except as a thought. You are simply here. You cannot be pushed nor pulled. These are only thoughts. You are not that. That arises or subsides. Undefinable, immutable, indivisible. Where precisely are you? The sense of being is a sense of location here, present in this body, but not bound by this body. As awareness, you are inside of this body, and this body is also inside your awareness. Don't analyze, just be. There is nothing to control. Just watch whatever appears in its own time, or what disappears. No involvement needed. If thoughts appear, you are not the thinker of them. If actions arise, you are not the actor of them. Feel the energy with this body. Stay only as awareness. There is no effort for this because you are not creating. You are simply noticing. Who is the wearer of this costume? Be aware of this body, but be grounded in only being. In this pure state, just bask. In a few moments, it will be fine again to open your eyes. You'll be able to function normally. You'll be able to use your mind, but you will not be your mind. And let's all take a deep breath in together. And now with a and again. And one more time. And we say thank you. And so it is. We'll take an offering for unity now.
Well, freely we have been led into the insights of mastery. All we have to do is allow ourselves to relate from that perspective. Start to let go of the limitations and concerns that we have taken from the world. I have these instructions for tithing. We have many convenient ways for you to make a donation today in support of Unity's life-enhancing messages. For those of you who like to give electronically, our donation QR code for Venmo and PayPal apps is located on today's handout. You have that handout. If you want to make donations through the apps, Venmo, PayPal, use that particular QR code and it will work for you and it'll work for Unity. For those of you tithing from home, visit our website at unityofboulder.com and click the green button at the top right-hand corner of your screen which says support our mission to make a donation. Or those of you watching on the live stream on screen, follow the link below on live stream and it will say donate to Unity. You can just click on that and make a donation to Unity. In doing any of these things, you are starting to enter into that fearless, enlightened consciousness where you recognize that it is in giving that we receive. The Master of Life tried to let us in on that. And the more you open up to that, the more you release the fear you have around financial support. And in giving, you will receive. So find your way clear in living an open, fearless life that includes giving to support that area that feeds you spiritually. So now we can take our tithes into our hands and bless them with this offering prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, because I give. And so it is. Amen. we have the opportunity to listen to Ravenwolf share their music with us once again. Hey.
I didn't know you were still here.
Okay, I know you have 12 strings on that guitar. I warned you about this.
Is this one better?
It's a little better, but where's the ukulele? You need a ukulele because you don't have the ability.
Jack's going to buy me a ukulele.
All right.
I'm stoked.
Let's have a big hand for this incredible duo.
Thank you, Jack. Big hand for the band, too. These guys are amazing week in and week out.
Yeah, it's Louis' birthday today.
It's the 5th of Mongoose. The desert mongoose. He's of drinking age now.
Feel free to sing along with us on this one. It's time for that primal scream we all long for once in a while.
It's easier, Jack. It's easier.
Years of my life and still I'm trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. I realized quickly like I knew I should, the world was made up of this brotherhood of man, for whatever that means. In the crowd sometimes when I'm lying in bed, to get it all out, what's in my head then and I start to feel a little peculiar. And I wake up in the morning and I step outside, and I take a deep breath and I get real high, then I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? I say, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, yeah, what's going on? And I tried, oh my goodness, I try all the time for this institution, and we pray, oh my God, yeah, we pray every single day, for that revolution. In the crowd sometimes when I'm lying there, to get all out that's in my empty life, I start to feel a little peculiar. what's going on. 25 years of my life and still I'm trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination.
Yeah. Okay, so today we're going to celebrate Louie's birthday, who's our drummer. So let's sing happy birthday for him real quick. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Louie. Happy birthday to you. Say it again, because my mom and I have a special lesson. Here we go. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You're wonderful. God is blessing you now. All right, we're just going to finish today with I Release. Oh, we got a cake in here, so let's celebrate him right after the service.
Yes, so let's all eat his cake, after, and say hi to him. I saw him when he was only a few hours old, when he was born.
I did too, actually. I was there with you. Yeah, he's family for sure. He's Unity's child for sure. All right, so let's just finish with I Release and I Let Go, and then we're going to go. I will have a 20-minute gathering in the back if you want to discuss the sermon with me right in the back of the sanctuary. You can grab some coffee and meet us in there, and let's get going. They say a spiritual center that dances together stays together. Come on now. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more sorrow, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, man, go faster. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. That's your turn. Let's hear you.
In the Spirit.
Yes, I'm awesome.
Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. Free. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Incredible singing. We'll see you at the gathering of food and drink in the fellowship hall.